On the busy alien planet of Zenthra, the sky sparkled with bright colors, and strange creatures roamed the streets. Ambassador Zorak was a respected figure among the alien species. He had a tall green body, large eyes that glowed, and a voice that commanded attention. Zorak was preparing for an important diplomatic meeting with several alien leaders. Everyone knew that this meeting could change the future of their relationships with other planets. As Zorak sat at his desk, reviewing his notes, his assistant, a small and fluffy creature named Flib, rushed in with a worried look on its face. Flib's big eyes were wide with excitement. "Ambassador Zorak, you have a message from the Galactic Council," Flib exclaimed, hopping up and down. Zorak raised an eyebrow, curious about what was so urgent. "What does the Council want?" he asked, leaning closer to Flib. Flib handed Zorak a shimmering tablet. As Zorak read the message, his heart sank. The Galactic Council had assigned him a task he never expected. "You are to pet-sit a human child while the child's parents attend a meeting," the message stated. Zorak could hardly believe his eyes. A human? The Council wanted him, an ambassador known for handling serious matters, to care for a child from Earth. He had heard many stories about humans, and they were not always good. They were often described as wild and unpredictable. Zorak felt a chill run down his spine. "This is a terrible idea," he thought. "What if the human child causes chaos?" Flib noticed Zorak's hesitation and tilted its head. "But Ambassador, this could be a chance to learn more about humans. Maybe it won't be so bad?" Zorak sighed. He understood Flib's excitement, but he couldn't shake his fear. He had never interacted with a human before. What if the child did something dangerous or made a mess? Still, Zorak was a dedicated ambassador. He knew he had to accept the task. With a heavy heart, Zorak prepared for the arrival of the human child. He cleaned his home, which was filled with alien art and strange gadgets. He arranged colorful cushions for the child to sit on, trying to create a welcoming space. He even set out some of his favorite alien snacks, hoping to impress the child. "I must show the Galactic Council that I can handle this situation," he thought, trying to boost his confidence. When the doorbell rang, Zorak's heart raced. He took a deep breath and opened the door. Standing before him was a small human child, no more than 7 years old. The child had bright, curious eyes and a big smile that lit up the room. "Hi, I'm Alex," the child said, bouncing on their toes. Zorak smiled nervously and introduced himself. "Welcome, Alex. I am Ambassador Zorak." He gestured for Alex to come inside. As the child entered, Zorak felt a mix of fear and excitement. "Wow! This place is amazing," Alex exclaimed, looking around with wide eyes. Zorak couldn't help but feel a little proud. Maybe this would not be so bad after all. "Thank you. Please make yourself comfortable," Zorak said, trying to sound calm. But inside, he was still worried. What if Alex touched something they shouldn't? What if they were too loud? As Alex explored the room, Zorak tried to remember what he had read about humans. They are curious, he recalled, and they like to play. "Can we play a game?" Alex asked, turning to Zorak with a hopeful smile. Zorak hesitated. "What kind of game?" he asked, trying to keep his voice steady. "Hide and seek!" Alex shouted with excitement. Zorak gulped. This sounded chaotic, but he could see the joy in Alex's eyes, and he felt a little tug at his heart. "All right," he said slowly. "Let's play." As they began to play, Zorak realized that this human child was not so scary after all. With each laugh and playful shout, his worries began to fade. Maybe, just maybe, this task would not be as difficult as he had feared. Zorak smiled, feeling a spark of hope. The day had just begun, and Zorak was about to discover that humans were not just wild creatures, they were full of surprises. Zorak stood in his grand living room, watching as Alex bounced with excitement. The child's energy filled the air, and Zorak couldn't help but feel a mix of curiosity and fear. "What have I gotten myself into?" he thought, shaking his head. But there was no turning back now. "Okay, Zorak, you count to 10 and I'll hide," Alex shouted, grinning widely. Zorak nodded, trying to look serious. 1, 2. He began to count slowly, watching Alex dash away. The child giggled as they ran behind a large alien statue. Zorak's mind raced. Could this really be fun? He had to admit, seeing Alex so happy made him feel lighter. As he reached 10, Zorak called out, "Ready or not, here I come!" He opened his eyes and looked around the room. The vibrant colors of the alien art mixed with the glow of the strange lights created a beautiful scene. But he couldn't let himself get distracted. He had to find Alex. He searched behind a curtain, under the table, and around the strange furniture. Each time he called out, "Alex, where are you?" he felt more at ease. But when he spotted the giggling child peeking out from behind the statue, he felt a rush of excitement. "There you are!" Zorak exclaimed, pointing. Alex squealed with laughter and ran out to tag Zorak, who pretended to be shocked. "You found me!" Zorak said dramatically, falling to the ground in a playful pose. Alex clapped their hands, delighted. "That was fun! Can we play again?" Zorak couldn't help but laugh. "All right, but this time you count!" As they switched roles, Zorak realized that Alex's laughter was infectious. With each round of hide-and-seek, he felt his worries melt away. The child's joyful spirit reminded him of the importance of play and friendship. After several rounds, they collapsed on the cushions, both panting and laughing. Zorak wiped a bead of sweat from his forehead, his heart racing not from fear, but from happiness. "You are very good at this game," he said, beaming at Alex. "Thanks. I love playing games," Alex replied, beaming back. "What else do you like to do?" Zorak thought for a moment. "I usually work, but I enjoy learning about different cultures. What do humans do for fun?" Alex sat up, eyes sparkling with excitement. "We play, watch movies, and go to the park. Oh, and we have pets." Zorak's interest piqued. "Pets? What are they like?" Alex's face lit up. "They're our friends. I have a dog named Max. He's so fluffy and playful." Zorak listened, fascinated. He had heard stories of human pets, but had never thought much of them. "What do you do with Max?" he asked. "We take him for walks, play fetch, and cuddle," Alex explained, waving their arms dramatically. "He loves to run and chase balls. You should meet him someday." Zorak imagined a fluffy creature running around, barking joyfully. The thought made him smile. "It sounds like a lot of fun. Maybe I will meet your pet one day." "Yeah! And I want to see your home planet." "What is it like?" Alex asked eagerly. Zorak paused, considering. "My planet has tall mountains, glowing rivers, and many beautiful colors. The sky is always bright, and we have strange creatures that fly." "Wow! That sounds amazing! Can we go there together?" Alex asked, eyes wide with wonder. Zorak chuckled. "Perhaps one day we can. But for now, let's make the most of today." As they continued to talk and share stories, Zorak felt a bond forming between them. Alex's curiosity and energy brought joy to Zorak's heart. Suddenly, Alex stood up. "Let's go explore your house." "Explore?" Zorak asked, feeling a little nervous. He had arranged everything carefully. What if Alex touched something important? But before Zorak could say anything, Alex had already dashed off to another room. Zorak sighed but followed. Maybe this would be an adventure. As they wandered through the ambassador's home, Zorak realized that this human child was not just a pet to care for. Alex was a friend, and he was starting to enjoy their time together. In that moment, Zorak felt a warmth in his heart. He was beginning to see humans differently, not as scary creatures, but as exciting beings filled with wonder. And so, the adventure continued. As Zorak followed Alex through the ambassador's quarters, he felt a mix of excitement and nervousness. Alex was small but full of energy, and Zorak wondered how he would keep up. The rooms were filled with fascinating alien artifacts, shimmering lights, and colorful decorations. But Zorak worried that Alex might accidentally break something. "Wow, look at this!" Alex exclaimed, pointing at a strange floating orb that glowed bright blue. Zorak rushed forward, his heart racing. "Be careful," he said, trying to sound calm. "That is a rare object from the planet Glorath. It can be very delicate." Alex's eyes widened in wonder. "Can I touch it?" Zorak hesitated, unsure if it was a good idea. Maybe just look for now," he said, gently placing his hand over the orb to keep it safe. Alex nodded, his curiosity still shining through. "Okay, what's next?" Zorak took a deep breath, trying to guide Alex through the rooms. They moved to the next chamber, where Zorak kept his collection of alien books. Each book was filled with strange languages and pictures of distant planets. "These are my favorite," Zorak said proudly. Alex's eyes sparkled. "Can we read one?" Zorak opened a book with colorful illustrations of flying creatures. "Sure, let me show you," he said, flipping through the pages. As Zorak began to explain the images, Alex leaned closer. But suddenly, a loud crash interrupted them. "What was that?" Zorak shouted, alarmed. They rushed back to the previous room and found a small statue lying on the floor, shattered into pieces. Zorak's heart sank. Oh no, not the Glorath statue. Alex looked wide-eyed at the mess. I didn't do it! I swear! Zorak sighed, feeling a wave of frustration wash over him. I know, Alex. It's just... His voice trailed off. He didn't want to blame the child. It was probably the wind. Just then, Flib the assistant rushed in, its fluffy body bouncing with concern. What happened? Is everything okay? Zorak shook his head, pointing to the broken statue. This is not good. The Galactic Council will not be happy about this. Flib's eyes widened. Oh dear! What can we do? Before Zorak could answer, Alex exclaimed, Let's fix it! The child rushed over to the pieces, gathering them up. We can glue it back together! I can help! Zorak looked at Alex, impressed. You really want to help? Of course! Alex replied, determination in their voice. I'm good at fixing things. Zorak hesitated. All right, let's try. But we need to be careful. Flib brought over a special glue made from Zenthra's finest materials. Zorak watched as Alex concentrated, carefully putting the pieces together. Zorak was amazed at how focused the child was. This goes here, Alex said, picking up a piece and holding it in place. Zorak assisted, gently guiding the parts. Slowly, they began to assemble the statue. However, just as they were making progress, Alex accidentally knocked over a container filled with colorful alien snacks. The snacks spilled everywhere, rolling across the floor like little marbles. Zorak gasped, feeling the chaos multiply. Oh no, Alex shouted, jumping back. I'm so sorry. Zorak ran to gather the snacks, trying to clean up the mess. It's all right. Just help me pick them up. Flib joined in, and soon the three of them were scrambling around, laughing despite the chaos. This is a disaster, Zorak chuckled, realizing the absurdity of the situation. As they worked together, Zorak found himself enjoying the moment. Alex's laughter echoed through the room, and he couldn't help but smile. Despite the broken statue and the scattered snacks, they were bonding over the chaos. Finally, after much effort, they managed to fix the statue and clean up the snacks. Zorak stood back, admiring their work. It's not perfect, but we did it together. Alex beamed, proud of their accomplishment. See, we make a great team. Flib nodded in agreement. Yes, this is a fun adventure, even with the mess. Zorak felt a warmth in his heart. This day had turned into something he never expected. In the midst of the chaos, he had found joy, laughter, and friendship. As they settled down, Zorak realized that perhaps humans were not as chaotic and wild as he thought. Maybe they brought a spark of life that made every moment special. And with that thought, Zorak felt ready for whatever adventures lay ahead. After the chaos in the ambassador's quarters, Zorak and Alex sat together on the couch, both feeling a sense of accomplishment. The repaired statue stood proudly on a shelf, a reminder of their teamwork. Zorak looked at Alex, who was munching on one of the alien snacks they had salvaged from the floor. Do you like those? Zorak asked, watching as Alex chewed thoughtfully. They're really good! What are they made of? Alex replied, eyes wide with curiosity. They are made from the seeds of the Tralin plant, Zorak explained. They are a favorite treat on my home planet. Can I have more? Alex asked eagerly, crumbs around their mouth. Zorak chuckled. Of course! Just don't eat them all at once. They can be a little too energizing. As he handed over another snack, Zorak felt a sense of warmth grow in his chest. The child was full of energy and curiosity, and it reminded him of the joys of life. Zorak suddenly realized how much he enjoyed Alex's company. Hey, can we do something fun now? Alex asked, bouncing on the couch. What else do you like to do? Zorak thought for a moment. I usually work, but I enjoy learning about your culture. Let's learn together, Alex suggested, eyes sparkling with excitement. Zorak nodded. All right, I can teach you about my planet, and you can teach me more about Earth. Deal! Alex exclaimed, jumping up and running to a large map hanging on the wall. What's this? That is a map of the Galactic Council territories, Zorak explained, pointing at the colorful regions. It shows all the planets, including mine. Where is your planet? Alex asked, studying the map closely. Right here, Zorak said, pointing to a bright green dot. It's called Zephyria. We have tall mountains, lush forests, and many colorful creatures. Wow, that sounds awesome, Alex said. Do you have fun games there? Zorak smiled. Yes, We have games that require teamwork and strategy. They can be very exciting. Like hide and seek? Alex asked, giggling. Kind of. But they also involve running and flying, Zorak explained, his eyes lighting up with enthusiasm. Flying? I want to learn how to fly, Alex exclaimed, bouncing up and down. Zorak laughed. Maybe one day, but for now we can have fun here. Tell me about your favorite game. Alex thought for a moment. I love soccer. It's a game where you kick a ball into a goal. It's super fun to play with friends. Zorak listened closely. That sounds interesting. How do you play? Alex jumped up and began to demonstrate. You run and then you kick the ball really hard to score. They pretended to kick an imaginary ball running around the room. Zorak watched, amused by the child's enthusiasm. That sounds like a great way to spend time with friends. Yes, and sometimes we have big tournaments, Alex said, breathless from pretending to play. I always try to be the best. Zorak admired Alex's determination. You have a strong spirit. I like that. As the afternoon went on, they shared stories about their worlds. Zorak told Alex about Zephiria's stunning landscapes and colorful festivals. In return, Alex shared tales of Earth's parks, the ocean, and family gatherings. They laughed and learned, slowly building a strong connection. Suddenly, Zorak noticed the time. Oh no! I have a meeting with the Galactic Council soon. Alex's face fell. Do you have to go? Zorak felt a pang in his heart. I do, but I will be back soon. You can explore my home and learn more while I am away. Alex nodded, but Zorak could see a hint of disappointment. Will you tell them about me? Of course! Zorak promised. I will tell them about the amazing human I met today. Okay, I can't wait to tell my friends about you too, Alex said, their face brightening again. As Zorak prepared to leave, he realized how much he would miss Alex. The child had become more than just someone to pet-sit, they were a friend. He felt a warmth in his heart as he thought of their special bond. Remember, Zorak said, I will be back soon, and when I return, we can continue our adventure. Alex smiled brightly. I'll be here, and I can't wait. With that, Zorak stepped out, feeling a sense of excitement and happiness. The chaos of the day had turned into something wonderful. As he walked toward the meeting room, he couldn't help but look forward to returning to his new friend. Zorak hurried down the long corridor of the Galactic Council building, his mind buzzing with thoughts of Alex. The meeting was important, but all he could think about was the small human child he had left behind. Their time together had opened his eyes to a world he had never understood before. As Zorak entered the grand meeting room, he saw the other ambassadors already seated at the circular table. The room was filled with the chatter of different species, their voices creating a strange symphony of sounds. Zorak took a seat, feeling a bit out of place. The council members looked at him expectantly. Ambassador Zorak, you are late. The stern voice of the council leader echoed through the room. We need to discuss the upcoming negotiations with the Human Federation. Yes, I understand, Zorak replied, trying to focus on the meeting. However, his mind kept drifting back to Alex. He recalled the child's laughter and enthusiasm, the way they shared stories about Earth. It was a contrast to the seriousness of the council members, who often debated cold facts and statistics. The meeting began with discussions about trade agreements and alliances, but Zorak found it difficult to pay attention. His thoughts kept returning to Alex's soccer game and how much joy the child found in something so simple. It made him wonder if the council was missing something important in their dealings with humans. As the meeting progressed, the conversation turned to human culture. They are unpredictable, one ambassador said. We cannot trust them fully. Zorak's heart raced. But they have so much to offer, he argued, surprising himself with his passion. They value friendship, teamwork, and joy. Alex showed me that today. The room fell silent as the other ambassadors stared at him. Zorak felt his cheeks flush, but he pressed on. Humans have a different way of living, but it is beautiful. They find happiness in games and gatherings. We need to understand this, not just see them as a negotiation tool. The council leader raised an eyebrow. You are speaking of a child, Ambassador. Children do not represent the complexities of their species. Zorak took a deep breath, feeling the weight of their skepticism. But Alex is not just a child. He represents a spirit of curiosity and connection. If we do not embrace that, we will fail to connect with humanity. One ambassador, a tall being with shimmering scales, leaned forward. What do you suggest we do, Zorak? How do we bridge this gap? Zorak smiled, feeling encouraged by the question. We can start by hosting a cultural exchange. Invite humans to share their games, art, and stories with us. We should learn from them, not just about them, the council murmured among themselves. Zorak could see the hesitation in their eyes, but he felt a spark of hope. Think about it. If we learn to appreciate what makes humans unique, we can build a strong alliance based on respect and understanding. After what felt like an eternity, the council leader finally spoke. Your ideas are unconventional, Zorak. However, they are worth considering. We will put this proposal to a vote. Zorak felt a rush of relief and excitement. Maybe this could lead to a new beginning for both the Galactic Council and humanity. As the meeting concluded, Zorak hurried back to his quarters, eager to share his thoughts with Alex. He entered the ambassador's quarters and found the room empty. He glanced around, missing the warmth of the child's laughter. Just then, the door opened and Alex ran in, holding a soccer ball. Zorak! You're back! Zorak's heart lifted. Yes, and I have great news. Alex's eyes sparkled with curiosity. What is it? I proposed a cultural exchange with your people. We will learn about humans and your games! Zorak exclaimed. Really? That's awesome! Alex shouted, bouncing on the balls of their feet. Can we play soccer? Zorak chuckled. Of course! I'd like to learn how to play. Alex grinned. Okay, let's go outside. As they headed out, Zorak realized how much he had grown during this adventure. He had come to appreciate the beauty of human culture through the eyes of a child. Alex had shown him that understanding and friendship could build bridges between their worlds. Once outside, they kicked the ball back and forth, laughter filling the air. Zorak found joy in the simplicity of the game, feeling the bond between them grow stronger. In that moment, Zorak understood something profound. It was not just about the negotiations or alliances. It was about the connections they could form, the friendships that could blossom. Together, they were creating a new understanding, not just between Zorak and Alex, but between their worlds. As the sun set behind them, Zorak felt hopeful. This was just the beginning of an incredible journey, and he couldn't wait to see where it would lead.